So, so anger is a very normal human emotion. It can vary from a mild irritation to a complete fury. Whenever you are angry, you can feel your heart rate going up, your BP shooting up, your energy hormones kind of running by. And for most part, anger is a very healthy emotion. But if this anger starts overpowering you and it starts affecting your personal life, professional life, it starts affecting your relationship with others, that's the time you need to assess that are you really living at the mercy of this overpowering emotion, and it's time for you to take things under your control. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the 5 things that are going to help you manage your anger better. So hey everybody, this is Dr. Zainab Tajir. I am a homeopathy consultant and psychological counselor from Pune. I basically make videos about physical and emotional health so that it can help you lead more healthier, fulfilling lives. Also, if you enjoy watching my videos, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. So, like I told you, I'm going to discuss the 5 ways that have personally helped me a lot manage my anger issues better. The first thing that really helps is having certain relaxation techniques handy. So whenever you are in the heat of the moment, it's very easy that you might react a lot over a situation instead of responding well. So the outcome is not very great when you're talking in anger. So having certain relaxation techniques handy really helps a lot. One of my favorite is having a deep breathing technique. So when you're angry, your breathing becomes very shallow, you're breathing very fast because you are angry, you are beaming with your anger. So at this point of time, if you try to calm down your anger and your nervous system, that really helps. So focus on breathing abdominally and use your diaphragm while breathing. So make sure that you're taking deep breaths. And what this does, it really calms your sympathetic system down and can also in turn calm your anger. The second relaxation technique that I love is the imagery technique. Now, let's start imagining something that you want to do that makes you feel so much more better. Now, for me, I've been wanting to go to the Maldives, so I might imagine myself in the Maldives. So, what this will really do is it temporarily disconnects you from the situation that is making you angry, and it will also help you calm down your emotion when you come back because now you are no longer in the heat of the moment. So these two are definitely my personal favorite. The second thing that I personally love is constructive restructuring. What this really means is basically changing the way you think. Now let me give you an example here. Let's just say my husband has forgotten my birthday and I am very angry over it because I had a lot of expectations from him. So I am thinking to myself that he always does it. He does not love me. He never supports me. Especially saying things like he never does something or he always does something. What these words do is that they add more fuel to your anger and keeps making you more angry that oh, this person is very bad. And when you are angry, you focus more on the negatives of a situation rather than the positives of it. So now, whenever you are thinking like this, it's very important to stop yourself and tell yourself logically that okay, he's forgotten my birthday, but that's not the end of the world, right? That's not something that I need to kill him for. So if I now go and tell him that, look, I am upset that you forgot my birthday, I was expecting something from you, what that will really do is there's a higher chance that he might realize what he's done and make up for it. But now, just imagine I go home and tell him that you are very bad, you always do this to me. So when you talk talk to somebody like this, whenever you use the you phrases to address something, what that does is it makes the opposite person go into the defensive mode, and now they will try to defend themselves and tell you things like, no, I'm not like this, you are like this, and then that brings about that blame game into the situation, which is not a very nice thing to do. So it's always very important that when you are talking, you address things in a way that talks about your own feelings. That I am feeling a particular way, I am feeling very upset about it, I had certain expectations which were not fulfilled. So in this way, what it does is you will be able to handle that situation so much more better. Now the third thing is taking a time out. So also this is something that I actively practice. When we are angry, we often tend to react in a very negative way, which can also harm a lot of relationships around us. So taking a time out is something that is so much useful. So whenever you are very angry, instead of instantly reacting, maybe just walk out from there. Tell that person you need some time. Give yourself some time to process that situation and that emotion that you are feeling. And once you've processed it enough and you now feel comfortable, just think about it, that is it really worth addressing? Was it situation worth all that anger that you put into yourself, or it's something that you can let go? So if it's something worth addressing, go and talk to that person calmly, tell them how you feel, tell them what were your expectations, and see if there's something you can do to work around it. And if you feel that it was not really that important, you can then let it go. But you will not be able to think this logically when you are very, very angry. So it's very important for you to give yourself that calm down, the time to calm down, so that your emotions don't take over your logic, and you are able to still logically think over things and make sure that the situations don't go out of hand. The fourth thing that's my favorite is talking to a friend or family or somebody who is close to you. So oftentimes when we go through situations and we can't express our anger, it keeps building up in us, and eventually it builds up so much that we have outbursts of it, which is again not a very healthy way of expressing our emotions. So now let's say, for example, you are not happy with the way your boss treats you, but of course, you are not going to go and tell him that you don't like the way he talks to you or etc. So what this does is you are constantly telling yourself, my boss is not nice, he always does this to me. And eventually that is only adding fuel to the fire that's inside you because you hate him so much. So in these situations, when you make sure that you are regularly outpouring these emotions to someone, you are talking to a friend, you are talking to a family, maybe you are journaling into a journal, writing down everything you feel, it basically gives your emotions an outlet, and it avoids piling up of those emotions so that you don't get into a situation where it is difficult for you to get out from. And eventually, when you feel that these anger issues are not something that you are able to control yourself, the one thing that I strongly recommend is to go and see a professional and seek professional help. Also, from my experience, homeopathic and Bhakla remedies work really very well when it comes to managing your anger issues also. So I would highly recommend you to go and see a professional, go and see a homeopathy doctor, somebody who practices Bach flower therapy, and that will definitely be very helpful to you in learning to manage your anger issues better. So I really hope these videos helpful to you. These tips were helpful to you. If you enjoy watching my videos, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. Share this video with somebody who you feel would be helped by it. And thank you so much for sticking by till the end. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again next week.